Biggest winners and losers of the Marvel Rivals 2.5 balance patch. I'm going to make this really quick. This video is for unks and people that have jobs, so let's go right through it. Cap is a slight loss here. He has 25 less health. His shield takes longer to recover by 2 seconds, and it takes him longer to charge his ult. Doctor Strange is a winner. They made it so that his fall off damage is a lot less, so at 20 meters it's still 80% of his damage instead of 62.5%. They also got rid of the nerf that made it so the Maelstrom of Madness has fall off, so back to normal. A lot better. I think he's gonna be a lot stronger now. Emma Frost got buffed and nerfed, but mostly nerfed, so it is a slight loss here. Her shields has less health. Her Carbon Crush has a longer cooldown. Her kick does less damage, 10 less damage, so a lot of the times people will survive more when they hit the wall instead of dying instantly. But they did increase the range of her regular primary fire from 15.5 to 18. Groot's a slight loser. I almost want to put him insane because this damage decrease basically did nothing. With a wall behind you, he still two shots people, he still kills people in 4 hits, but his Iron Wall is now a 12-second cooldown, so up 4 seconds. So I would say this is a slight loss. Magneto's a bit of a winner here. He charges his rings a little bit faster, 1 second more per stack, so you are going to be able to get your right click back a little bit faster. Thor is a hot mess. I almost want to put him in big loser. I might move it to slight loss. I can't really tell right now. So he gets less shields overall. Everything that uses Thor Force gives him less shields. When he activates his rune, he has less health. So overall, he is going to be a little bit easier to kill, but not really enough where he's like totally dead in the water. But Thor was not that good anyways, so this is kind of messed up. So he got nerfed even though he wasn't like meta at all, and what they gave him to compensate is that his hammer is no longer a Thor Force charge and instead a regular cooldown, but it does less damage. So overall this is a loss. I almost want to put him in big loser. Actually I am. This is kind of devastating. Hawkeye is a huge winner, possibly the biggest winner of the patch. They buffed his arrow damage. They made it so that his blast arrow is a little bit slower but increased like the range of it, I guess, the spell field. I don't know why no one uses that, but the biggest thing here is like the focus. He gets to focus faster, and then the huge change, he has a team up with Luna Snow, this stupid ice arrow. If you played Marvel vs. Capcom, you're familiar with it. This is horrible. I hate this. Hela's a winner. She has more ammo now. Don't know why. She was already way too good. Human Torch is a slight loss here. He does a little bit damage per hit on his primary. The huge fireball is a little bit slower and he gains less shields, so it's 50 now instead of 75. Iron Fist is a slight loser here. He gets less shields when he's blocking. He can't reduce his block cooldown as much with his regular primary fire. The Z-axis on his actual like rapid punches got nerfed, so he doesn't reach as far, so that he has less uptime. It's harder for him to stick to opponents. I think he's still going to be really good. Iron Man, I kind of want to say is the same. They did get rid of Gamma. I didn't see Gamma that often. They also like lowered the damage of his projectile like from 50 to 45 on the 3rd hit, and they also lowered like the range of it, so it doesn't like reach as far, but he is an anchor now. Besides that, they reduced the armor he gets from using his overdrive, so it's 50 now instead of 100, so a lot less overshield. But again, he is an anchor now, so overall going to be doing more damage, so I think I'll balance that out and say it's the same. Neymar's a winner. Don't know why. This character is already really good. They increased the cooldown of his like defensive, like the big bubble thing. It's 15 to 20 seconds, but they also lowered the fall off damage of his squids, and then they increased the size of the kill circle on his ult, so huge win for Neymar. Psylock is a loser. They're obviously trying to kill Dive. Her return on her shuriken does less damage. She has 1 less second of stealth. Squirrel Girl's a winner. She has more ammo. They decreased the cooldown of that move that makes it so it resets all of her cooldowns, and they made some kind of like optimization change to her ult and jumps. I think that's just like for visuals or so you don't lag as bad. Starlord's definitely a winner. They made it so his ult costs more, but at the same time they reduced the fall off damage and it reaches further, so now he can do it from 40 meters away and it has less fall off damage. Storm's a winner. They increased the damage of her ult. Punisher is definitely a winner. He has more ammo. He does more damage on his primary fire. He's a lot faster when he's ulting, so even when he's moving around he's a lot faster. When he's shooting he's a little bit faster, actually pretty damn fast now. Jeff the Land Shark is probably the biggest loser of the patch. I don't even know how to put it into words or make this fast, but I'm just going to say it. His bubbles are heals over time now. It's a little bit slower. His primary fire can heal multiple targets, so that's good, and it can do damage, but it's the slowest damage in the world. The biggest thing in the war crime here is that his secondary fire, you know, the pellets, he can only shoot 3 of them and then they go on a cooldown. Yes, they have a knockback, but overall they're kind of useless. He also lost the Luna team up. His ultimate now can give his teammates overshield, but it costs more. Jeff's swim ability ability has a stamina bar now, so he can't do it infinitely. But look, he got this cool team up, symbiotes. Oh, it doesn't do that much healing, and it lasts like 2 seconds. Rest in peace, Jeff. Luna Snow does more damage and healing on her primary fire. She gets an overshield whenever she stuns people with her ice, but they did increase like the energy cost of her ult, so her ult costs more. She does more damage. It's actually insane. She's like 2-shotting people, and she gets a shield for how many people she stuns. Rocket's basically the same. He does 5 less healing, so 55 to 50 on the direct hits of his healing orbs. It's not really enough to say it's like different or nerfed, but I'll just say it's the same. All right, now there's some heroes that got indirectly buffed or nerfed. So Penny is definitely a winner just because of the team up with Rocket. Being able to put down 2 of those minefields is kind of insane. Spider-Man's a loser because he doesn't have a team up with the symbiote now. It's not really much of a loss, but it's something. Pretty much everybody in the Fantastic Four is slightly losing just because they don't get to use that health shield as often. Widow is a winner just because she's able to do this team up with Punisher, which she able to shoot through multiple targets, and everybody else stayed the same. So that's it. That's your biggest winners and your biggest losers of the patch. All right, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you think the biggest winners or losers are. Just let me know what you had for breakfast. I don't care. Comments help the algorithm push my video out. Please do that. Thanks. Have a good day.